Hey, I'm John. We're here in Seattle, and this is my Hanso Pergola. So it's really exposed up here. You get a lot of wind, you got a lot of sunshine. We got these chairs, and we were just trying to sit up here and enjoy the day. Like, our friends were squinting and sweat, like dripping sweat off their face. So we tried to build our own shade structure with poured concrete into buckets, and did this whole thing, and it's all drooping down. It gets caught in the wind. It was a disaster. So when I saw an ad for the pergola on Instagram, I was like, oh, this looks perfect. I'll look into it more, and it seemed like it was well designed, well built, and that's why we went for it. We've seen other people have umbrellas. They fall over, they get blown away. And then another thing about umbrellas is you're never really in the right spot. You set up in one place, and then the sun moves, so 20 minutes later, you're moving around this 100-pound base. So we really liked the large footprint of the pergola and being able to get shade and not move things around, not really worry about it. With Hanso, I felt like how they positioned the product was about quality, about design and engineering, and that it was built to last. So we did see some other competitors with maybe plastic parts, or we just didn't really have confidence. We'd be able to assemble it and it wouldn't feel janky. And since it's such an investment in time to assemble and get it set up, we just wanted something we felt really solid about. So we liked that everything was metal. We liked the design, the aesthetics, and the focus on quality. This space was really hard to use before. Having that ability to constantly have some protection from the elements, both overhead and the side with the shade panels, just feels like we use the space a lot more. If you use the roofs up here, like if you have a townhome and you try to use your roof, you have to figure out something for shade pretty quickly, or you end up not using it. We've had a lot of people ask us, is it worth it? Should I just stick with my umbrella? You can get one for a couple $100. It's not very good. Or should I jump up to the pergola, more permanent option? Yeah, I definitely think it's worth it because there's something to just your outdoor space always being usable. So I think the pergola is definitely worth it because you're only taking up the corners of your floor. It's very generous opening, and it sort of encloses the space and makes this a separate area from where we're grilling and stuff like that. An umbrella wouldn't do that. We get very windy Novembers here in Seattle. So because it's aluminum, it's been pretty resilient in those windstorms. I'm just not worrying about it. I think what I would do differently is we would start with a pergola because we tried other solutions that just ended up kind of wasting money, or let's DIY the shade structure. And once we got something that was really solid and closed the space and really accessible, it was just so much easier. It's almost like we had a hangout space that we didn't have before. I'm a little bit of an evangelist about it. Every time I go to a friend's backyard and I don't see some chill out space, I'm like, yeah, you should really get a pergola. You should do it.